Talk about a brutal chart. This is Bitcoin on the weekly chart. And there's parts of this video where I really think you're just not going to like it. I don't like it. But there will be a piece of hopium data. I have to throw the hopium data out there. But really, the question we're going to explore is this post that I saw. If uncertainty persists, we must consider the possibility of another prolonged consolidation phase similar to what began in March 2024. So to give you perspective, whether you're a Bitcoin holder or an altcoin holder, here's March 2024. So considering that we might be into some kind of consolidation like that, months and months, this was 8 months long, and right now we're just kind of getting that started. We're going to look at on-chain data that is suggestive that we should at least prepare for it. But again, I will introduce to you a piece of hopium data, and it's very nicely visualized on the Bitcoin, ADA, Ethereum charts. And we're going to look at all of these charts in this video. And that piece of data suggests it might not be that bad. It might not last that long. So hit the subscribe and like on the way in. Let's dive into the video. This is definitely a very data-driven video. This is my favorite type of kind of analysis to do. We're going to look at some on-chain data. And I know on-chain data, I know it's not like price action related. It can be boring to some people, but I'm telling you, this is the most valuable data to look at, especially in times of uncertainty. So let's do it. The 90-day active supply refers to the Bitcoin transacted at least once in the last 90 days. It's generally a good way to assess demand and interest from new money, as historically high values have indicated greater interest. Curiously, though, it has also become a sentiment metric. Rising values, especially when nearing a market top, often signal a shift in mood. Check it out. Here's the chart. And it is very simple. It is very clear. You can see it kind of is topped out and we're trending down. Well, last time it did this, you see this peak back here, this last peak, that was the beginning of the March 2024 8-month consolidation, right? And then it took a long time before we got that next leg up. So the question is that happening again right now? And that's kind of what this post is talking about. Very similar, looking at Bitcoin network activity. Different charts, though, all kind of alluding to the same thing. You can see Bitcoin active addresses right here on the left top. You can see March 2024 starts falling, 8 months of consolidation. And right now, it starts falling. What kind of consolidation are we going to get? And how long is it going to last? I want to just point something out to you. And this isn't the hopium data either. It could be a piece of hopium data. Go back to this bull market all the way back here on this chart. Just looking at it very quickly. Look, it was falling, but the consolidation, it didn't last for 8 months before the next leg up. I just want to point that out, right? So we can't just say, hey, this is it. We're going to be in multi-month, crazy long consolidation. But transaction count, Bitcoin transaction count over here on the right, very similar story when you start digging into the charts and the metrics there in terms of a setup for consolidation. Now, let's look at the charts, and then I will kind of speak to my thought about it, as well as this piece of data that suggests, I would say, that it won't be as long as past, right? So here's the fractal. The fractal is not to look at price action, right, at all. It's helpful in that regard. I mean, actually, it actually is very helpful because Bitcoin, as you know, we've been tracking for months, waiting for the potential revisit to the inverse head and shoulders neckline. So this is actually great in terms of visualizing that move perfectly. But I took the fractal of the 8-month consolidation, I moved it over. More so not to talk about price action and where it could go, even though that is a target potentially, but more so to look at the time frame of it all, right? Like Bitcoin might not start breaking out again until June, until summer of 2025 is basically what this is saying. Go to others market cap. This is excluding top 10. Similar story, right? Here it is all back here. And if you notice the length of time that consolidation lasted, it was around 175 days. Right now we're 77 days in. That gives you an idea. Man, this could last long. And again, a lot of people I don't think will like that. And then we're going to look at ADA and Ethereum, and then I will talk to you about this one piece of data that I think suggests we're further in now than maybe a lot of people think. So here's ADA. Very simple for ADA as well to get a sense of it. And this is very helpful visualization for something like ADA. So March 2024, that swing low to the next leg up finally. If we take it over here, again, not to visualize an exact price action movement, but more of a time frame movement. This is even helpful because we've even talked about this as we do wait for the bottom or for the next leg up, anywhere like kind of eating in and finding support within the wick that we had of capitulation, that's just a good area to watch for. And you can see this price action even from the fractal from that last consolidation back here. The price action here is even very helpful, revisiting the 50s. It's just in play. You have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen. I like doing these exercises and looking at on-chain metrics and then visualizing charts because it just helps me know, you know what, like this is pain. It's possible, but prepare for it. That's all. Now, Ethereum has even diverged from its fractal from this consolidation because here's March and Ethereum actually had a nice little breakout to the upside and then it fell, but it's already diverged to the downside from that fractal. But same thing with Ethereum. Is it really going to be until August 2025 until Ethereum finally like makes a breakout and it's struggling this bad? Here's that one thing, that one piece of data I want to talk to you about. It's the fear and greed index. And this is interesting too, because this post actually says, curiously, it has also become a sentiment metric, talking about the 90-day active supply, a sentiment metric. So let's look at sentiment. Notice this. Let me zoom out a little bit. We're doing a lot of talk about March 2024. March 2024 was all the way back here, right? Look how long it took to get to this like high fear area where we already are, right here, right? Look, this is August 2024. It did hit it in July, but it really started kind of reaching the levels we're at now, August 2024, and especially September. Why are those dates meaningful? Because this is where we are in sentiment right now. And we could go lower, we could capitulate, but we are in kind of this August, September area of sentiment already. The reason why that's meaningful is if you go to a chart for ADA, here's August 2024, right? So that's all the way over here. We're already at that sentiment. Here is Bitcoin. So here's Bitcoin in August 2024. We are already right now at that sentiment. Imagine if we get all the way down here and like we're talking May 2025 and we're going lower. Do you know how record-breakingly low and terrible sentiment will be in that moment? And I want to interject. This isn't a time when governments are racing to Bitcoin, institutions are coming to Bitcoin, fundamentals are as strong as they've ever been. We see deregulation with crypto. Like, are we really going to hit that level of record-breaking fear? I just don't think so. I could be wrong. Maybe we do. But this is very suggestive that the bottom actually is closer than a lot of people think. And it is hard for people to say something like that or even think something like that in a moment where, of course, sentiment is so terrible. And that just is the way it is right now. But I will sit here and I will tackle it. I will say it. I think the bottom might be closer than a lot of people realize. At the same time, I just want to let you know, when I go to bed at night, I'm kind of like, you know what? Maybe we got crazy consolidation still, months and months and months. Maybe it's going to be a repeat, 8 months long of consolidation, crazy pain. Bitcoin's going to 80. Altcoins are getting demolished. I every day, I accept that possibility, okay? But I do like to pay attention to all the data. And these are some data points I wanted to try and present to you as we start this new week. I hope it was valuable. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. A lot of really exciting things on the way, everybody. I'm very bullish right now. I try to minimize it. I need to. I will do my best, but a lot of really cool things on the way, everybody. So subscribe, turn notifications on, smash that like button. I really appreciate your support watching my videos and just cruising through the crypto journey with me. So I'll see you in the next video. Have an awesome start to your week. God bless.